check the mic. Dun, dun. Okay, let's see if the mic works. What is going on? Hopefully you hear everything on the mic. Big camera up. Okay. Looks like the sound's working. What's going on, everybody? We're just going to be doing listing my list cards and answering any questions that come across. I'll do my best to pay attention. Chat. Yeah. So I used the ScanSnap IX 1400, and I really like the I really like it. I got it from what did I get it from? Micro Center, located in Orange County, California. Never go wrong with Micro Center, especially since there's no more fries. I'll be listing on eBay. I'm sorry if you can hear the scanner in the background, but it is what it is, you know. I actually made my own listing software, I guess app you could call it, that does it for me. I scan it, it reads it, I put in my parameters, I upload it to eBay, and I fill in the missing things. Gives me a picture and so forth. Still working on it. It's been pretty good. Let's see. A lot of windows open. But yeah, I made my own. I call it, it's like my own lister for cards, but I was kind of looking at all the other ones out there, you know. There's TCG Automate, Card Dealer Pro, I think it was Kraken. There's some others. eBay, yeah, they have their own. You can upload to eBay, but I didn't really like their recognition software. I mean, it's really great, don't get me wrong. But I made my own. Still work in progress, but it does listings, it does lots, it creates posts for me with the images, and then it turns images into slideshows. And then different selectors will then tell the AI what it's reading. So right now, I'm not going to post it, but you can like click on Pokemon. I got default conditions, you know, default rarities. I do single scanning, or like for eBay, I always do the two-sided scannings to get front and back pictures. If I'm doing it for TCG Player, I'll just use a scan identifier in TCG Player. I'm loading it somewhere else, I'll do single scans, and like when I do the images and posts, I'll do single scans. And then I can export it to eBay CSV, or I have an option to export to Wix, but I mean, I made it myself, so it's not like I find it to be just as fast as any other program I've used. It seems like it takes about 2 to 3 seconds a card, and then it gives me, generates a title, description, exactly how I want it, and then I have it checks. It's hooked up to eBay to check the prices on last sold. Then I can prepend set names. I can add collections, like for Wix. I can do collections or set Wix settings, conditions, rarities, and then apply offer prices. I sell cards on eBay, and then I also sell it on, it's called ccglister.com. It's just a website for singles. Everything's a set price, free shipping. That's it. So I've been building my own ccglister.com website for just singles. See if I can bring it up. Could be good. Yeah, so I'm working on this. Baseball, football, Magic, Pokemon, Digimon, real basic. But so I upload singles on here. And it kind of comes down to like eBay's great, but I mean, I can build it, might as well build my own, work my way up. And you can go to like shop, you can shop for different things. There's about blog assignment. That's going to be I sell for you basically, and then come to a term. But if you click on shop, for instance, up top or any of the slides, you'll see these are I use double-sided scans. So if we go to fixed, I got Pokemon cards and Pokemon TCG. So if I go to Pokemon here, like so Crown Zenith, Charizard, 2159, Pokemon TCG Reverse Hollow near mint. If I click on it, it does have the front and back, and I had to clean my scanner after this one, but every card I put up is near mint. And then it's got a description, different things. So if we click back on home, you can go to Pokemon cards. And so like set, I've been uploading by sets when I do upload. So like Crown Zenith, I can filter it. I only have one. I can filter Lost Origin. And everything on here, it's all free shipping because it's just singles. Prices are baked in. Don't gotta worry about paying shipping. And currently United States, I have a loyalty program, but I do also have my PokeOC.com website, and then TCG Lister is just for singles. It's good to have, for me personally, I like to have separate. But yeah, so you can go through the Inflames, you can sort it. Like I said, condition. I only have near mints on there, A through Z, and so forth. It's a work in progress. I mean, these are all real listings, and one benefit is it just gets more cards out there. A lot of cards to upload. We also got like baseball, so you can go through like set wise 2005 tops. I'm currently been uploading those that I have 2 hobby boxes of. Dragon Ball cards, I have a lot of Dragon Ball cards. But you can see sets. So been working on naming them properly, but like BT1, 10, 3, 9, draft box, galactic battle, miscellaneous foils. So miscellaneous foils are just multiple sets, but you click on this one. Yeah, it's a setting. I gotta get a better pair. So I had to clean my scanner, I think, after I did these. I didn't notice it till it's done, but yeah, just something I was working on there. We'll go back to my listings. So my tool is done. And so, yeah, if we got any questions, just ask. Been doing this now since I started selling what I had back in I think March or April last year, back before things were where they are now. So back then I could go get a booster box, rip it open, grade, sell singles, buy bulk from people. Wasn't hard to find stuff. Now it is as we all know, difficult, but like anything, it goes in waves, comes up and down, but we will putting up temporal forces. First hollows on eBay. Good. It's like all my singles are 179, and then for the most part, my base hollow is 249 when I put it on eBay. I do believe that bulk is great. A lot of work, which is why I don't think people stick around. But like I said, started back in March, April last year. Sold off some I had. And then just started buying up bulk, sorting, going through, back and forth. And then I do have like a sealed collection. I always buy back then it's harder now, but I always buy at least one booster box. And then I like to buy two so I can always open one because I do enjoy opening. But yeah, so I started with that with the business and started on TCG Player, which is also in the links below. Yeah, it's PokeOC LLC, and then I got eBay, which is also in the links below. So lots of different ways to get where I sell the cards. And I'm always down. You know, people got questions you can ask. Give you my advice. So, like I said, I've been doing this for over a year and a half. I did finally this year in May. I incorporated it into an LLC. Easier when it comes to taxes and so forth like that. But I went. I call it going all in, which makes once you go all in, that means you're. To me, it makes you're in it to win it kind of thing. But yeah, like so on eBay, my store is PokeOC LLC. Pretty much what I fall into on most of my social medias, and everything's linked below. I was just looking at. I guess I didn't put my eBay on my link tree. I don't know why. Yeah, hope everyone's doing good. End of the year, holidays. Let's see. Well, I've been working on getting doing videos more, so I'm trying to get better at that. I was doing markets. I think it's good and all to do the market videos. It's not. I don't enjoy reading off the markets. I do enjoy like the singles. I was doing the Japanese. My website PokeOC.com. I sell mostly Japanese, and then I sell a lot of bulk singles, American, Japanese. I do sell all collectible cards, not just Pokemon. Started with Pokemon, and PokeOC has grown. Like anything, you got to grow. And I am located in Orange County, California, so that's where the OC comes from. Let's see. So we'll switch to my live screen. So you see here, I uploaded my drafts. And we'll fix them up. Still working on the CSV form for program I made. I do have to fill in these things. Not complaining because it saves a lot of time, even though I gotta fill in what's missing, but I need to get this built into my program so that I don't have to always fill this out. And like if you buy from me, It comes from I do sell through use a PO box, of course, because that's the way you should do it. You should never have your shouldn't always have your home address on anything, but PO box. And specifics. So I'll show you here. So before I go live, I click on edit. As you can see, the program that made a CSV, it's got the front, the back. So you can see both pictures. And then it makes the listing, it calls it, it does the Pokemon TCG and then the name. And then I have parameters built in where I add in the set and then reverse hollow, card near mint. It fills in most of the things, and then it creates my description for me. So it just uses the name, and like what you see is what you get. Every card I scan up, and obviously if there's like quantity 32, I do make sure that they're all good. My reverse hollows, $2.49 free shipping. I do, if I have multiples, I do bulk deals, but as you can see, and then free eBay letter shipping. And here you go, Cypress, California. Located in Orange County. We're done with that one. And then I do start times. So I will schedule a start time and we'll start it today. So at 3:21 Pacific Standard Time. So I'll do my first post at 3:30 p.m. I space them out every 10 minutes. So that's constantly uploading. And I believe that triggers eBay much better. So I have 30. Well, I have 29 listings at 10 minutes. So was that 6 an hour? So 29 divided by 6. So I'll have almost 5 hours of listings. They're just constantly going. I've messed around at different times. So usually this is around, I usually start listing around 6 p.m. So this is early for me. If I list later in the day, I'll start them at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, minutes. And then, so my goal always is if it's 10 minutes, it's 6 an hour, try to get enough listings up when I do it all day so that every 10 minutes out the whole day it's going from like 6 to 6. So if it's 12 hours, and times 6. So I try to do 72 listings every few days because I don't want too many listings from eBay. There's nothing here that's crazy, but so right now I have 6,238 active listings. Let's go to the store. So you can see the store. I got, where's it? Categories: Japanese, football, basketball, Pokemon, soccer, baseball, bulk lots, Digimon, Dragon Ball, Magic. I do these digital downloads, and then others when I forget to move stuff. I have some Hot Wheels I found, and so like the other, I still need to clean up a little bit. If I forget to change the category, like all those ones I just uploaded, I didn't change the category to Pokemon, but considering how much I've uploaded, it's doing pretty well. I do have like some Hot Wheels. I collect the classic cars, and if I see some cool ones, I'll throw them up. And so far, the 66 Buick has been really popular. Besides the Super Treasure Hunts, yeah, this one right here, the mainline 66 Buick Riviera. That one has been a very popular Hot Wheel. Well, I have a couple for me, but this one was. I was really shocked to find this, the Bugatti Super Treasure Hunt. I kept one for myself, and since I have extra, well, one extra, it's sell it off. And see there, it's got the gold Hot Wheel. That's how you know it's a super treasure hunt. That's why you always see people in the grocery stores turning them upside down, because that's what they're looking for. There's a silver one, which is just a treasure hunt, so nothing too crazy on that. But yeah, that's the store. Like I said, it's a PokeOC LLC on eBay. If you truly want to support me, then tcglister.com would be the better support. But that one's still building. That one, it's a work in progress. I gotta change screens to. The software I built is not a public software, so I don't share it on screen. Okay. But yeah, if you got any questions, let me know. You can always leave a comment. I'll get back to you. I'm just hanging out. Scanning cards and listing on eBay. I did put a bunch up on TCG Player recently, but got like over 10,000 on there. Yo. I do list though. I don't any of the super. I guess you would say anything that's over like $10. I always hand key or scan with my top scanner on my printer. I don't put them through the machine. You just never know. Could be an error. Could be a jam. Never want to risk the a nice card getting ruined, you know. So, but let me scan these in, and then we'll get back to the eBay screen. Right now it's 326. So put the batch of cards in. We'll see how long it takes to get these up on my program I built. These are just there's non-hollow. Let's add them. So it's 60 cards. We start at 326. See how long this takes to create the listing for me. But like I said, though, I got a few things. We'll switch back to. Like I said, I got eBay, and then we'll go to eBay. Started going pretty reliable, I'd say, the beginning of the year. I focus more on TCG Player, and you gotta diversify when you're in the collectible card game business. But one thing that I do like about eBay is you can always go to listing activity and then listings with watchers. I might have already done this, but you can select them all and then send offer, and then it'll tell you. So I have 40, so 42 are eligible, and I'll do 10%. I'll just kind of double check. Nothing's gonna hurt me at 10%. Now send. So it's gonna automatically send 42 offers to 42 watchers, and yeah, hopefully we'll see how it goes from there. But would like to sell these. See, one thing I've learned too. So like, eBay will tell you low ad rate, increase ad rate to stay competitive. Blah blah blah. So like next year, was it January, mid-January, something? When it comes to promotions and that new promotion bowl with eBay, that even if so, like if I'm comp checking somebody, I click on the listing, and then a few weeks later, someone just came upon that listing and buys it. That person is going to pay for, the promotion, even though the person who bought it never clicked on it. It's just going to be stuck in the system, which is great. I mean, it's not great actually. It's great it's sold, but it's not great that you're getting paid for you're paying for someone to click on. So all these people do comp checking. I'll click and I'll read descriptions and all that stuff. So I did lower all my ad rates to 2%. I never do the suggested rate for, like right here, this sealed Digimon card game pack that I have. It wants 12%. And I'm currently not promoting that one. But so the next one is the common, the Ezio. I can't even say that one. Let's look at the Hot Wheels 66 Buick. I'm promoting it for 2%. It wants 20%. If I sold this for $10, fees, etc., it's going to take, we'll say, $2 from me. That's ridiculous. Like, I get it, you know, but if you sell it, you're just blowing more. If you don't need to use more fees, you don't need to give more. Even though it's a great service, I'm not complaining about eBay, great service. I'm just not a fan of the promoted suggestions. And because if everybody's promoting, what's the chances that your card gets up there? That's how I look at it. Just have better SEO, better titles, make your titles like how you would look. But let's see if, okay, so we start at 326. Got 5 cards left. These are all mixed, so I will not put set names on it. All right, so 331, it's done. So that was 6 minutes for 60 cards. So was that 10 cards a minute? That's not too bad. I don't remember how fast like Card Dealer Pro or all those professional ones are, but all right. So now we're gonna, like I said, right now I'm on my the program I built to do my eBay CSVs. On your mint, perfect. Export. Let's go back to eBay. Okay. So we're gonna upload. Good. Oh. We're gonna upload my CSV form that it made. Complete it. Complete listings. I already merged. It has a merge option, so I already merged everything. So now everything is merged. I don't have duplicate listings. We will resume drafts. Sorry, my throat gets dry. I'm not used to talking. Now we're on. So I got 44 listings, and I had 60 cards I was scanning. So now, see, my CSV ends up with these missing targets. So it's not bad. I mean, it takes like a minute because you can bulk edit everything. Free eBay payment. And we're uploading this to the PokeOC LLC is the name of my eBay store. The category. I forgot to change this last time. Now we're going to change that. I got so many cards I need to go through. I got, let's see. Closet doors like what, 4 feet wide. Stacked to the top, about 8 feet of just cards that I haven't even gone through. Okay. Sorry. And slowly but surely, as I fix the program, it'll make this faster, but and condition. So here's a prime example. So we got listings I just started at 3:30, and then it's going for the next 5 hours. So now I'll do a start time, schedule it for today, and so 8 p.m. this bulk will go off, and I'll do every 10 minutes. That should take me almost to the morning. Well, now we're good. Submit. Boom, done. Add my cards back to my pile. And everything I have is alphabetically sorted. eBay is alphabetically sorted. TCG Player is by set, then alphabetical order. This screen hides my. But see, I figure that took, we'll say 10 minutes to list 60 cards. And I look at it as, you know, what's, there's a cost to everything. I think last month I did a lot of relisting on eBay. I think it cost me 12 cents to do like my three or 4,000 scans. That doesn't, not just eBay, but like when I was taking my images and creating posts for them for social media or making little slideshows I put on YouTube. But it only cost me 12 cents because I forgot to delete my inventory. So when we're in this screen, we're going to be scanning the cards in, and then we'll go back to the eBay listing. And if you got any questions, let me know. Like I said, I've been doing this since March of last year, 2024. And I officially got an LLC in, like I say, May of this year. So that was a big step to make it official. And like anything, you know, I'm not no guru, but it's definitely been a journey, and it's definitely been, I would say, it's been worth it. And I've seen a lot of people that I used to follow, watch, like how they built theirs. I've seen people come and go after I've started. People have come and gone, and there are people come and go. And the one thing I should have done earlier, like most people tell you, is always start social media early. One thing I didn't do, and now I'm working on it. So, okay, finish scanning, load up my cards. So, like I said, we started at 3:36. Yeah, some things on the list for my program are to get it. So currently, when I do my listings, if I want to do, let's say, a post generator, take what I just listed and create a post for it, it's going to have to rescan the card. So, you know, if it's 10 minutes to do, if it's 5 minutes to scan 60 cards, 5 minutes to do the post generator. But like I said, last month it cost me 12 cents. I didn't delete my storage. If I deleted it, it would have been 0. But 12 cents is better than, because when you look at when I compare it to like other companies. So I know like TCG Automate, I tried it. So if you look at this, beginner, 500 scans for $9. Pretty good deal. I mean, no, I would not. That's a yearly. So if you do monthly, it's $10. Yearly, but so last month, it would have cost me, I just did 1 month, around $40 is what it would have cost me. And I did it for 12 cents. But it's a lot of work to do it yourself. I mean, yes, could I take what I've built and turn it into something like this, or Card Dealer Pro or yeah, probably. But that's not why I built it. I built it for my own use. So scan 26 says 64. That's the only thing. I think that's pretty fast to do six. Was that 10 cards a minute? I mean, for something that I've built, I don't know if that's fast or slow compared to like Card Dealer Pro. And this thing pretty much gets it right because it's not using API to get the card and so forth. It's literally scanning the card. And to make it simple, it's just giving me the name of the card. It's a Pokemon, TCG, near mint, like I said, name of the card, and then the card number. And then I usually scan all my cards. All my cards are by set, sorted out. Even bulk, the ones I haven't even touched, I always sort it by set. And then I can go in to my program, scan them all, and then I can add in the set name, at the start of it. So, and even then, most people when they're looking for cards on eBay, they don't type in, let's say In Flames or Temporal Forces. They don't type that in. They type in, Charizard EX whatever number. If they're looking for, Snom from Temporal Forces, they're typing in SNOM or 045. That's what most people are gonna do, and that's how I try to set my descriptions. You gotta think like the buyer. Most of them are not gonna type in Pokemon TCG Scarlet and Violet. No one's doing that. At least I'm not. I'm sure a bunch of people aren't either. Yeah, we're almost done. We're 52 of 64. But hopefully everyone's having a good one out there. It's very daunting to just go live and see people watching, but no one's talking, But hey, the world we live in. This is not my full-time job either. This is you call it side hustle, but I don't call it side. I call it's my business because I spent a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this. Like tomorrow, I'll be buying someone's collection. Probably the first big one I'm gonna buy. I mean, I've bought some big ones, but this is the first big dollar value I've bought. I bought someone's Dragon Ball collection, and I had barely gone through like 10% of it. There's just so much when it comes to Dragon Ball. And there's a lot of S's, so I'm sorting out Dragon Ball. I need to get better. I need to sort the S's by, number, how every Dragon Ball has like a number 1 through whatever. So I can find them easier because there's so many Son of Goku's or SS this, SS that. It's like, jeez. I didn't realize Dragon Ball how many things there are. Okay, so apply, non-hollow, near mint, export, and let's go back. So we're back to live. Upload. This is what I find the easiest way, just using the CSV. Okay, it's done. Okay, listings. So I had 60 something cards and 11 new listings because I had 24 of some of these and 13s and so forth. So I just haven't had time to fix my program for all these. Like, I always do the same return policy. I always do the same payment policy. I always do the same, etc. All these things I change. I just haven't had the time to sit down and get it fixed. It doesn't bother me because most of this is already filled out. I just said okay and I'm done. Save. Fine. Hopefully it's coming through good. Items, category. Don't forget to do this. Now you gotta go back and dig through your other tab if you have a store. Edition. I would say it takes me about 10 minutes from scanning to finishing. Every 10 minutes I could do about 60, I guess 60 cards is how I would put it. So it would be 60 listings. Some are bulk obviously, but so 60 cards every 10 minutes. So 60 listings every 10 minutes. So if you were just to go ham for a whole hour, that's 360 listings. Specifics. And then we're gonna do, so these ones are gonna start tomorrow at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm gonna space them out every 10 minutes. I do a 10-minute thing. So 11 listings, 110 minutes. I'm good for 2 hours, which will take me to the 6 o'clock start that I want to do. But yeah, so it's 60 cards every 10 minutes at 6. So 360 cards an hour, 360 listings an hour. That's be good for a program that I built myself. I will take that. Okay. Sorry, switching screen while I go back to program. We'll put that side. More cards. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of bulk cards now because I'm getting through the alphabeticalized sets that I have. But yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good day out there. Just listing cards on eBay, using one of I made my own program. Like I said, it cost me 12 cents last month to do almost 4,000 scans, but that includes social media scans and test scans and so forth. But it was only 12 cents because I forgot to delete the storage. The amount of card volume that I have, I would need to spend probably over $100 a month with the amount of card volume that I have. Well, I should say a lot of cards that's sitting behind me in storage that I haven't even opened yet. And a lot of the bulk sell through TCG Player just to move some cards because you know how it is when you get, especially Pokemon or Dragon Ball, cards just start stacking up. One reason why I do like Japanese cards because there's less cards in each pack. For the most, there's 5. Some have 10, but there's only 5. Some of their packs, I remember I have bigger pulls, but you're getting less cards, which is great. Which also allows Japanese Pokemon cards to be, I think they can print more. That's why their boxes are not as much because for every one booster box that America makes, right? That's worth 2 booster boxes in Japan. So that's the cost is reduced and you're getting less cards, which is good. You're gonna wait out. I guess it depends on what you like. So Saucy Sausage wants Pokemon. What kind of Pokemon do you want? Saucy Sausage. Well, we have lots of Pokemon. If you look at my store while my thing updates, let's see how many. So I have that's not that bad. 2,049 cards, hit or miss. And I got some Digimon in there. So I know in TCG Player, I think I have like over 10,000 listings so far. Like everything takes time, you know. Time is money, they say, but you can only upload so fast, and you got to go through everything to make sure it's the right set number. You know, you don't want. I did a big upload the other day with Prismatic, and you know, if you let me. So in Prismatic, Earthen Vessel will always seems to mess up TCG Player. And was it Professor's Vitality? Yeah, Professor Sada's Vitality always seems to like mess up when you do Prismatic Scan Identify on TCG Player. Same with like Dusclops. Um, it seems like, well, not the same reprinted card obviously in Prismatic, but TCG Player Scan Identify really needs to have a set option, kind of like their Quick Scan. Even that's not perfect, but still great. You just upload, double check everything, call it good. I'll go back to the screen. And yeah, I'm changing screens because I got built the program, so I'm showing off that program. Yeah. Mhm. So Austin wants to know how the program works, huh? Basically, just since someone wants to know, I have selectors. Uh, Let me. I'll show you. So the program I built will have. This is the program that I built, and you have your. Let me finish once it's done identifying. So it identifies it as a process 57 to 75. And then you can merge duplicates, sort by last sold because it's connected up to eBay's API. And then because I also sell in Wix, I have set names and categories, so that goes to the right category. So when I download export the Wix CSV, I then upload it to Wix and it uploads all my cards with images. To each listing, down here I can set a price. These are all like you got uncommons and so forth, non-hollow. I can set a price, apply all. Near man, excellent played, heavy played, damaged. These are the 3 that are used the most. It's almost done. When it finishes it, I'll show it off. Like on this batch, if I was paying more attention, I have a lot of duplicates. I could have just had one scan and then changed the quantity. But usually I scan it and then I walk away for 5-10 minutes while it's doing its thing. Okay, it's almost done. 2 more. 1 more. Yeah, it's like 10 cards a minute. Kind of slow, but okay. So it's what you have is 2 card scanning. You can do 2 card scanning or 1 card scanning. You can pick your card game. I keep adding, and then condition, and then rarity. So like, you gotta set these before you upload your cards, and then default rarities. So like when I do reverse hollow, I just automatically set reverse hollow. But so like baseball, football, and those kind of things at near mint, and then rarity, I'll just do like common, because they don't have like common, uncommon cards for the most part. It uploads, it processes it. Then I'll merge duplicates. I had 66 duplicates. I'll apply near mint, not hollow, and 179 to each card. Sort by last sold. And so like this card, if you click on it, the Perilous Jungle, I have 2 quantity, last sold for 199. And what I'll do is every card that sells for above 179, I can copy it right. We'll match the prices. My base price is 179. So down here, we're at 149. And so everything will be 179 and so forth. So once we're here, 45. So I had 45 iron jungles. Just gotta work on some of this boxes, but so if I go to Perilous Jungle, non-hollow, near mint, I can change each one. I can check the price, which will then open up eBay. It could be recent sales. Then you can kind of look around. So like this person sold 4 for 249. A reverse for 145 free delivery, 125 free delivery. You're not gonna make any money at 125. Like you really can't go below 169 if you're offering free shipping. That's what I would tell you. But 179, nothing below 169. And if you click on this little, so generate title, be Perilous Jungle, Pokemon Trainer, non-hollow, near mint, and it creates my generate description that I already gave it for everybody, for every listing. And then no stock photos, etc. So I'm done there. I export eBay CSV, clear and start new. So when I go to eBay, I'll go to my reports and uploads. Then I'll upload the template that I downloaded. And let's see. So it's done. Go to complete it, complete listings. So of the 70-something cards, I have 9 new listings. And you can see that everything I made is built in here. The name, and most people, like I said, are going to search Perilous Jungle 156162. So me, this is what triggers, what do you want to call the algorithm? I can't even say the word, but that's how most people are going to search. That's how I search, so I would assume most people search that way. Now I'm going to bulk edit the items that are missing. Yes, Michael, commons do sell 179 because you're either going to do 99 cents plus shipping or 179 free shipping. So if you make it equal to 99 cents plus the shipping, basically, and so 179 free shipping, it's basically the buyer paying for shipping anyways, if you look at it that way. So your lowest listed pricing, I didn't think I could include commons. Oh yeah, commons sell. Most people, I would say, are like 199 would probably be their floor price, but at 179, even if I give them 5-10% off, you're still gonna make money with a common card. I mean, you can sell it on TCG Player for a penny, or penny and then hope that you sell enough, right? Because you're going to lose money on TCG Player based on the shipping, the fees, and so forth. eBay, at least you'll make that penny card will at least profit you, 30 something cents. Category. Oops. Especially if you have the front and back pictures, I have learned that those sell better when you don't have a stock picture. So if you're like just using someone else's, sell similar item on eBay, you tend to sell more when you have a real picture. I know for myself, I build binders, right? I'm gonna put a card in a binder. I'll pay a little more to see the card, so that I know it's a clean card. I don't want to get some magical card that's just junky, Yeah, and just like anything, put up your comments for 179, do 199, whatever you want, right? It's your business model, but just offer 5% off and people buy it. They'll do, if you have a lot of the same set too, then a lot of times too, I think the biggest order I had was like almost 40 cards. When it comes down to it, the shipping's baked into it, right? And 40 cards, I think they cost you, the way I ship it, it costs me like $1.03 for 40 cards. Well, you're still making money. Now you're selling more cards, you're turning more inventory, right? It's the game of pennies. If you work in the retail environment, you understand the game of moving product. Okay, so we're gonna start these ones. Start at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. Oops. Oh, now they all go at once. That's fine. Invalid start time. Start time. I gotta change the date. So 6 a.m. Now I'm gonna space them out every 10 minutes. That's constantly refreshing the store. Once I started doing the listings like this, it's triggered more sales. Let me change screen and I'll bring up. Like I said, I'm no guru or anything on here, but let's look at. I have something to hide this. Okay, so to show you, Michael, like here's an order. So 175 sales tax, they paid 186, right? After fee, shipping label, transaction fees, so 48 cents, right? After I bought the shipping label. Out of that 48 cents, my shipping costs are about 18 cents. That includes the letter and so forth. So making 30 cents. TCG Player, you sold one card for a penny, you're going to lose money, right? So you have to look at both sides of the business model. And like I said, if you have the both sides, like it's a real card, better chance of selling it. And that was for just a basic common card. That was a good question, though. And if you purchase, I mean, I hope you're purchasing your shipping labels from eBay, because it's 74 cents, where if you buy a stamp it's like almost 76 cents, 75 point something. So in the big picture you're saving a penny if you buy it from eBay, but penny adds up, because if you have 100 orders a week, let's just say 100 orders a week, that's $1, $365 a year. That's in the name of the game, bulk, it adds up. Yeah, so much better. Do you sell on TCG Player, Michael? And yeah, like I said, I do set my commons at 179, then my hollows at 249. Check. No, I don't do variation listings. Like I said, I built like the program I built. It's real basic. Well, it's basic to me compared to like what lots of other people have built, but it's a work in progress. I will go through, and this is the painful part, but I will go through once a month, and I will go to category, and I'll double check for duplicate listings. So just like here, I have a duplicate listing. I will fix that. I will end that listing and call it good. So the next phase of the thing I built, which I showed, will be where it uploads it into a gallery that I don't have to rescan every time. And then from there, I got to figure out a way to, basically I'll be creating like it's going to know like, oh, you've already uploaded this to say eBay, right? And then I'll just be able to print off it'll be a pull sheet, but like an updated sheet, and then I can then just go into eBay and add the quantities to what I already have. Like mass pricing with TCG Player, you can download everything and then you can add quantities to what you already have and change your prices. And hopefully if you're level 4 and you've looked at that, but yeah, try not to have too many duplicates. So just like here, this one. Once a month, I reserve about a couple hours. I do my monthly consolidation of listings that I've doubled up on, and then also I do all my finances for each month. So anything that I ordered, bought, etc., all goes into a binder by month. And I have one for TCG Player, one for eBay, and one for personal sites. And then I have all in the same folder. And then I have another one for like I'm buying something from somebody. I send them on Venmo, etc., or whatever we come to terms with, so that I can then, from the business bank account, I can then write that off as cost of goods. As if I'm going to buy someone's collection for $700, that becomes a cost of goods, which I can then write off at tax time for the business, which is important to have if you're going to go all in, get an LLC. So you have that capability to write off your cost of goods and all your shipping. And when you're buying stuff, just save all your receipts once a month, spend a couple hours, get it right. It'll save you time in the long run instead of trying to catch up all year. Ordering boxes, all the envelopes I've ordered over the year in boxes, that's cost of goods. I can write it off. If you're buying a booster box from, I don't know, TCG Player, save the receipt. You're opening it up. Boom, open it up. Sell your cards. That's cost of goods. You can write that off. I'm not a tax expert, though, so don't quote me on it, but from what I've read and understand, master tax guys, most would say. But good questions. Good questions. So the current goal is to get about 10,000 listings on eBay. And I do have some old inventory. So right now I'm promoting 3,400 listings at probably 2%. Like even like Digimon 79, just tons of Digimon too. Just Dragon Ball. Where I found Dragon Ball sells really well is on, which was surprising me, is on TCG Player. And like I said, I'm not one of those guys over there like, oh, I made $300,000. Like, no, I'm nowhere near that. I have a regular job and I have this, so I can only dedicate about 2 hours a day to listings and so forth. So if I spent 1 hour a day listing, 360 listings a day, that is pretty good. 360 listings. If I were to do it every 10 minutes, 3,600. Somewhere the math I'm doing wrong, but that's 3,600 minutes. That's 6 an hour. 36 divided by 360 divided by 6 an hour, 10. So that's 36 hours of listing. So if I can get down to 24 at 6 an hour, so 144 listings would be ideal. How many orders do I ship out a month? Well, which platform? Last week, I'm really big on TCG Player for my sales, but last week I shipped out 96 orders. eBay, which is where I'm really trying to grow on. The last 90 days on eBay, 60 orders for a total sale value of $567. So 60 orders in 90 days at $567. I need to get better at promoting eBay. I've also been going through like fixing titles and so forth like that. This year on eBay, I've done 163 orders for almost $3,000 on eBay, which isn't bad in my book. So it's an average of 18, 19 bucks an order. But like I said, eBay is something that I have to do better to promote. You know, like there's only so much. There's only so much time in the day. Yeah, nothing wrong with just being on eBay. I mean, if you look at TCG Player, so my order count is 900 orders this year on TCG Player. But that's a lot of bigger, I'd say bigger cards on TCG Player. And I don't know if you know this, Michael, but people will buy cards, especially Magic. They'll buy the Magic cards from TCG Player and then sell them on eBay. $199 or $179 free shipping. They'll find a seller. They'll look. You'll find cards that sell a lot for dirt cheap on. How do I say it? Good sales on eBay, and then you go to TCG Player. Basically, you're buying it wholesale for a penny, but you got to find the seller that has like, you know, 10, 20 of them because you got to pay that 131 shipping, right? And then they'll turn that $10 into, you know, X amount of dollars on eBay. And I got that from RNG Games. That's what he does. He calls TCG Player the wholesale sellers, and then eBay is the retail sellers. But like, I will buy a card that has a front and back picture because, and like, that's pretty good, you know. What was your? I didn't know that, but why not? Yeah, you should check out RNG Games. He doesn't make a lot of content right now because he's moving his they they get a bigger game store wherever they're located on the East Coast. We'll talk about that TCG Player is the wholesale, eBay is the retail department. I actually made a video. See if I can link it. Do you do any grading, Michael? So that video, I call it "What to Grade with PSA Tips and Tricks." I'll buy, like, there's a certain card I buy. I'm not gonna tell you what card it is, and I didn't put it in the video, but I have found some cards that I buy for 1 to 5 cents in mass bulk, right? And because their resale value is around $100, so I'll buy like 100 cards from and watch the video. Out of those 100 cards, I might get 20 or 30 that are gradable. And so far, my gem rate has been about 50% because these are very specific cards that I'm picking. And then those cards sell for like $100. So after $550 of shipping grading, I double my money, right, in sales value for the tens. And then the other grades I sell off and recoup my grading cost, right? So I'm basically doubling my investment by buying. Watch the video. It's like 5 minutes. That one I linked. It's the long game though. And then you can also just take your tens and go down to GameStop if they take them, and you're not losing much if you give them the GameStop. I'm still up in the air about GameStop, but you don't have to ship nothing. Their prices are pretty competitive that they're buying at. So, I mean, 5-10% just to drive a mile and get my money that day. I think they Venmoed me it because they didn't have enough cash for all the cards I turned in. But yeah, watch that video. It's some tricks that I use to find cards that are cheap and worth grading. Cats everywhere. But yeah, make sure you do your research before you buy bulk on TCG Player and sell on eBay. It's no secret. Like, everybody talks. Not too many people talk about it, honestly, but it's out there. The reason why I figured it out was because I sold a card and there was no best offer. I was like, wow, this is crazy. So I went and bought, me being me, I just bought a ton of them. I think I spent like maybe $10 or $20 on 100 cards. And then I just take the cards that I have extra of and I resell them to recoup my cost. So it's costing me almost $0 to get the 20 or 30 cards that look gradable. A life hack for you. Yeah, there's some listings there. I do have I think I get better at it too, but it's hard when you got a normal job, side business. I do have a Discord server. If you go down to my Linktree link, you can always sign up there and ask me questions and so forth. But I usually log in a few times a day to it. Currently, nothing's going on in it because I don't. It just got into the social media about a month or so ago. I should have done it a long time ago. Lesson learned. Okay. Well, I think that's it for me for now. I got some stuff to do in real life, but appreciate those Cosmo Hollow Rayquaza cards. Yeah, you you live and learn. Like, so what I'll do to like move my inventory, if I like have stale inventory, and I don't recommend this necessarily, but I will on TCG Player, I'll move like all the junk bulk, I call it, that's like 5 cents market price, but you can sell it for a penny. I'll move it to a penny and I'll just blow out of all this inventory. And how I look at it, I've done some math, and basically what I made on eBay for that month will cover the shipping cost for everything I sell on TCG Player. It's just shuffling money. But in the big picture, like with anything, well, I have a separate bank account. It's a business account, but if you have a separate bank account, if your bank account's growing, then you're doing something right, whatever you're doing. That's like the big thing. If it keeps going up and however you're doing it is doing it, then you're doing a good job. Which ones do you have? Let me look that up. Cosmos. Oh yeah. Well, if you join the Discord, I will be more active on there. I try to look. I'm getting better, like I said, social media and doing this and the face out there. Cool. I got like a general. You can share your eBay store. You can share your social media. There's a questions. We can ask questions, and then what do you collect so far? But yeah, the goals for 2026 is to grow my social media presence through Instagram, YouTube, and server here, just to communicate. But thanks for the subscribe, and I'll be back. I gotta just like that, right? Like I'm just being blunt, like gotta set times, gotta figure things out, gotta get on a schedule. That's the world we live in. Especially my job, my day offs change and work 7 to 5. Usually off 2 days. I work in retail, so talking like this, even if there's no one here talking, is just like talking. I'm used to talking, but that's it. If you got any questions, you can check out my. Let me get my link. Just like that, I got things set up. I gotta figure all this. I don't even know if I. See, I didn't. I don't think I put. Yeah, my Discord's down there. So if you click on there, it's the number 2. So you can join Discord and ask questions and get back to you at least once a day. I'll check it. Um, that's it. Hope everyone has a good one, and see you all next time.